My name is Ramses the 800th. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, my dear subjects. Ooh. Anyway, let's talk about anime! I'm sure some of you are at least somewhat familiar with anime, seeing as you probably had more than enough time to watch as many as you want because of the thing. But for me, anime's always been my childhood. I grew up watching things like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Dragon Ball Z on TV, specifically Dragon Ball Z. But it wasn't until me and my brother discovered a certain ninja boy that changed us forever. That's right, everyone, we're talking about the good old Naruto Uzumaki, everyone's favorite nine-tailed shonen protagonist. If you're anything like me and my brother, Naruto basically consumed your entire life. You were doing hand size, trying to do Rasengans, you were screaming Naruto, and the other one was screaming Sasuke! But Naruto wasn't alone in this world. It came with two other series. Alongside Naruto was Bleach with Ichigo Kurosaki, and One Piece with Luffy. The three of them combined made up something known as the Big Three, the three biggest shonen anime to come over to the West. If you didn't grow up with one of them, you probably grew up with the other. These shows carved out a generation of anime lovers and weebs all across the world. Even though recently Bleach and Naruto have long since concluded, One Piece is still chugging along. With those two new slots opened up, it carved a way for two other series to take their place. Enter the two new gen anime that have been going strong for almost a decade. My Hero Academia by Kohei Horikoshi, and the subject of this video, Black Clover by Yuki Tabata, both released a year apart from each other in 2014 and 2015 respectively. Now, let me just preface this by saying, I love both series very much. However, I do like Black Clover a little more. Its story is what got me into reading manga weekly, and I genuinely believe it handles its characters better than My Hero does. But we're not here to compare loves for new gen anime. We're here to talk about my love for Black Clover. So we're comparing new gen anime. I read the manga around the time the Seabed Temple arc was coming to a close, around chapters 72 to 73, which came out around August 2016. I didn't pick the story back up until the arc was covered in the anime, September 2018. I caught up to the manga around chapter 177 in the same month, and I've been reading on ever since. Now, if you're an anime consumer, you probably laughed at me when I said my favorite anime was Black Clover. I know it doesn't have the best perception in the public eye, but I really do enjoy it. That's why I kind of feel like Black Clover gets overlooked. Which is really sad because I love the art, I love the story, and the characters are really cool. Yes, I know the anime has some questionable quality. Who's there? Show yourself. No! It suffers from a similar issue that some Naruto episodes had, where the quality of the animation would be really down for some weeks in order to make up for the weeks where they had high quality animation. Currently, being a Black Clover fan is really hard. The anime has been off the air for almost 3 years, stopping in March of 2021. We're barely getting any figures or statues, only really Funko Pops. And the manga is currently moving from Weekly Shonen Jump, which is obviously a weekly release, to Jump Giga, which is quarterly. That means we only get 4 chapters of Black Clover a year. Yes, we are going to be getting around 50 pages per chapter, compared to the usual 18, but it's still overall less Black Clover. But if you already knew that, you probably also know why. The author, Yuki Tabata, has had constant health issues for the work that he's done on the manga. The weekly grind has really been getting to him. And not just him, his wife and daughter have also come down with sickness as well. And this wouldn't be the first time that he's took a 3-month break in order to write the series. Near the end of the Spade saga, he took a 3-month hiatus in order to plan for the final arc. Us as fans are, disappointed that this happens, but we also know that he needs to rest. In order for him to make the series that we love so much, he needs to be in better shape. And this move was his idea. It was offered to him by the company, but it was still his plan. This just allows Yuki Tabata to finish the story on his terms and not be rushed and not feel like he could have done better but couldn't because of his health. All of us anime fans only want what's best for the authors. We don't want to lose any mangaka before the series ends, like the author of Berserk, who passed away before he can end his series. I think one of my own personal biggest fears for Black Clover is that it gets the treatment that the Bleach series did. If you don't know, before the Bleach anime returned, for almost 8 years, the anime was off air. The manga's ending was ostracized and ridiculed, and a lot of people kind of just forgot about Bleach, and it was basically thrown to the wayside as a lesser series. But it's not all doom and gloom. There was a Black Clover movie release on Netflix last year, and it did really well. The next manga chapter comes out soon, in about December 1st, so we don't really have to wait too long. And when the anime comes back, they will have some of the best high-intensity fights that will grace shonen anime. The Bleach series already had this kind of comeback when its final arc, the Thousand Year Blood War, was finally adapted, bringing a new resurgence of fans and goods, showing that it isn't impossible for a long-running series to come back in a big way. And maybe, just maybe, we'll finally be able to get an SH Figuarts or Figma. Come on, guys, stop being stupid! Thank you for watching me ramble about shows I like and things I care about. I know it might be a little boring to some people, but I really enjoy it. I'm not really on script anymore, kind of just rambling, but yeah, it's talking about Black Clover is kind of weird because a lot of people don't really like it, and they say like, "Oh, it's just an Naruto clone." It's much more than that. It's better than that, and I just really want an action figure of Asta and like and stuff. That's something I really want, but I thank you for your time, and I bid you all a farewell.